So in a very similar field, I have a student who, as a freshman, was extremely interested in becoming a chef and working with food. So he spent his first internship at a local restaurant working with a chef. And that passion and interest grew to where food came from, where it goes, how do we use food? So he created an independent project at the beginning of his junior year, which began, as you can see on the right, there's a number of standards within this project, the proposed standards that he was to reach. And with the use of Project Foundry, we're able to modify that project. Whereas it began as a social studies and informative paper, because of the student engagement, because the opportunities that grew through his passions, he was able to create a larger project which incorporated an internship with a table to farm composting company, which takes the compost from similar to a trash pickup around Durango and then compost that, and then the community has access to that compost for gardens and so forth. So this project, just based on his passions and engagement and the equity that he and I are able to create because of our relationship and my encouragement and how he's able to be his true self, has clearly, as you can see, grown into world geography about how it affects globally and what produce production looks like in California and the differences between commercially grown food and organically grown food. So whereas it started very small, because of the engagement of the student and because of the opportunities that were created because of his passions, this grew into a project that contains about 15 standards that he has hit through conversation, through presentations, through a Prezi that you'll see a screenshot on the next page of. He's been writing a paper regarding it, and he is actually in charge of our compost program in school. So, and that is even more relevant now than ever because of COVID and how we've needed to change our food system and our lunch program within our school. We have a lot more waste, so it actually has become even more and more relevant. So for him, you know, whereas it starts small, it has opportunities to be able to build authentically for the student, as well as for me being able to maintain that within Project Foundry and the opportunities to edit and send notes to students and have feedback for that student to be able to support me to maintain that project as I am also maintaining 20 other students' grad plans.